Excuse me. I don't mean to bother, but I wanted to ask why you weren't dancing with anyone. Nobody wanted to dance with you? How sad. Uh-huh. Oh, no. I didn't mean that to sound mean. When I said how sad, I meant how sad nobody has had the pleasure to dance with you. I take it you're not from around here? Well, the way you talk is different. Very slightly different. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say you're either a foreign ambassador or perhaps some sort of low nobility from a neighboring kingdom. Once again, I must clarify, I did not intend that to sound like an insult. I just assume, since I don't recognize you, there's no way you're any high nobility. So, I'm correct? There's nothing wrong with being low nobility, you know. In my eyes, everyone is the same. We're all nobility at the end of the day. I believe that all this fuss over low nobility versus high nobility is just ridiculous. We shouldn't squabble so much over something so small as a word. Well, of course I said we. That's because I'm a noble as well. Of course, almost everyone here is a noble after all. I see that look in your eye. Let me guess, you want to know what family I'm a part of, right? Well, how about we make a deal? I'll tell you all about myself, but only if you dance with me while I do it. Don't worry, I won't bite. Although, I might just step on your feet. You are a far better dancer than me. Oh right, I told you I'd talk about my family. I guess you don't want to hear about me. I mean, I'm kind of boring actually. It's the rest of my family that's interesting. My father and mother are the hosts of this wonderful little party of ours. And no, they aren't advisors or planners or anything like that. My father is in fact the king and my mother his queen. You guessed right, that makes me the prince. No need to act surprised, almost everyone here is notable in some way or form. Me being the prince is not a big deal. I'm sorry to cut this short, but it would appear as though I am needed elsewhere. However, I would like to continue this conversation later. Meet me at my private chambers. Don't worry, I will notify the guards and tell them not to bother you. Oh, hello. Glad to see you again. If I'm being honest, I was worried you weren't going to accept my invitation. Look, I want to be honest with you. There was an ulterior motive with tonight's party. You see, my father is becoming quite old, and I am in the position to replace him soon. However, I have yet to find the girl who would become my queen, so tonight's party was my parents' attempt to help me find that person. And I'm happy to say that their attempt seemed to have succeeded, because I have found someone that I like. That person would of course be you. Don't worry though, I'm not asking you to marry me right now. However, I did call you here because I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask if you would consider staying and living here in the castle, so that way I may get to know you better. Your family will be informed of the situation, and should you decide you do not like me or something else happens, you will be free to leave, of course. Do not worry, you don't need to answer me right now. Take your time. I've had the servants prepare a room for you tonight, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night, and I await your answer.